Hi.
Yes. Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm quite fine.
Great.
I had missed you.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Mbona sioni signs that you have missed me here?
Uzali kuna
Hata mimi sina maji. It's only this guy who has water.
Frida,
Hold.
Githeri,
We had agreed that you're going to bring me what? Githeri?
Yeah.
No.
The point is, you wanted lunch.
No.
But welcome to the show.
That other stuff, Mutura, what was it?
Yes, Mutura.
Yeah.
But now you know you'll have to pay Abraham because the first half anafanya kazi yako.
No, Missy Economist. Yeah, and the Economist.
All right. This is Frida Awinga from Passion Profit.
Absolutely.
All right. So as we talk about whatever it is that we were talking about, before we get to that, rather, how's Passion Profit?
Passion Profit is doing great. We are helping people turn their passion into profit, especially now that COVID has given us a silver lining to really go back to the drawing board and think, hey, why am I here? What are my skills? What has COVID done to the environment, and how can I add value?
Yeah.
So it's a great time to be alive.
Speaking of adding value, talking about revamping businesses and stuff, a lot of businesses, like Abraham was saying earlier on, might actually go extinct. But for the, what are they called? For the smart people, if they rebuild their business models, then they might actually be able to survive.
That's what Abraham said.
Yeah,
the smart people like him. So the rest of us who are not smart, we are in trouble.
If you're not smart,
I'm so glad I wasn't here, but it's all right.
You'll go extinct. But in your opinion, do you think there are some businesses that will completely disappear?
Of course. Of course.
Like?
You see, the thing about it is, I don't want to say like because they're going to shoot me on your WhatsApp just now.
Maybe someone
but I want to bring. This is the thing, Bovi.
Yeah.
We are human beings, and we are here to solve problems.
Right.
As long as we are alive, there's a problem to solve. When we become extinct, that is when the problem is. But when a business becomes extinct, now we stop and find out, what can I do? What are the problems in this new normal that I can solve? So there's no extinction of man. There's extinction of business. Extinction of man, of course, when we die and pass away.
Right.
So the good news is, for every crisis, think of all the other crises before COVID. Si tumetoboa?
Tumetoboa, kind
After
of.
COVID tutatoboa.
Naam.
So one door closing doesn't mean all the doors are closed. It's just one door. And we are such brilliant human beings. Kwanza wa Kenya, na mtura pasua na sijui what. They're going to start pasuaring things all over the place. Mayai pasua, samosa pasua, I don't know what. So now is the time to think about those things. We are living in an exciting time. Scary, absolutely, because we are human beings. We like comfort. Kuna kitu tumezoea. So the only thing is make an adjustment and create a new mazoea.
It's funny you mentioned about kuzoea and people being being human beings, and we can actually go through this. But let's also look at the psychology part of it.
I agree.
A lot of people have been demotivated and demoralized.
Absolutely.
You've been out of business for the last 3 months, for example, because the country was on lockdown. How do such people even now get back to that frame of mind and saying, you know what, now, okay, wacha tu nijaribu nione mali katafika? Because some of them are broken inside.
And you see, that is so true, Mbuvi. What COVID has made me realize in the last 90 days is that it has actually come like COVID is giving us a rude awakening. Because tumezoea doing things on our own. If you have a support system, that means your family know what you're doing. You have a network of friends that know what you're doing. This is a sad story, but allow me to use this example. Please. Bobby Collymore. When Bobby Collymore died, he had this network of boys that he had. So even as a small business owner, as any human being, you need to have a support system so that when COVID happens, because next time it's going to be something else. All right. So when things happen, you are not on your own getting paralyzed and dying. Do you have family? I've shared it here before. In 2017, when political crisis happened to me, it's my family that supported me. And that's why the business still existed. So I think COVID is giving us an opportunity to look at how we have been running business, not to go back to how we were running, but to now rearrange ourselves and rebuild more resilient, more versatile businesses so that the next crisis hatutalia. Elections inakuja. Na sisemi kutakuwa shida, but can we just be ready? Because these are signs that we have seen that every time there's a crisis, wanabiashara wanalia. When there's no crisis, we are told SMEs are the backbone of this nation. So what happens to, because backbone is too strong. See, backbone
it should be able to hold.
So when things are thick, why are we not holding? So those are the questions we are answering now. Why are businesses, because the truth be told, and Mr. Economist is here. Mambo ya businesses dying before 5 years. Ilianza na COVID. Apana. So what was killing those businesses before? Those are the things that we need to fix. So that beyond COVID and beyond other crises, we will still be here. How can we collaborate? How can we have stronger networks? How can we put our monies together and access the capital we keep crying we don't have? What can we do to cope in this time? There are psychologists, there are counselors, there are people coming up to help people that are demotivated. Talk to someone. Of course it's hard. You've been used to getting this income, you're not getting it, but the worst part is that even the environment has changed, you have to think of something new. As a human being, you'll be demotivated. But that's why we are here for each other. That's why you call me and Abraham to talk to Wananchi.
Awesome.
So it's not the end of the world. It is hard, but we are coming out.
We have Joshua from Kirinyaga on the line. Joshua, good morning. Hello, Joshua.
Yes, Mbuvi, good morning.
Good morning to you too, sir. Nice to hear you.
I'm always with you guys, but I've been quarantining for the last 4 months.
You've been quarantined where? In Kirinyaga ama kwingine?
Kirinyaga, and things are very thick in Kirinyaga.
Wow, pole sana.
So yeah, we only have 14 isolation beds. Now, to my point. I love the discussion, Mbuvi, and I think the corona pandemic came to reawaken us to the realities of our systems and models. And I'm talking specifically about the corporate. If you look at our corporate, Mbuvi, they reflect exactly what you have in our public institutions, whereby for a very long time, Mbuvi, mediocrity and incompetence has been the order of the day. It has permeated to a point that we have decided to throw merit through the window. Today, before Corona, Mbuvi, it was easy for you to get a very nice job in a company because you knew someone through nepotism, tribalism, and other things were favors, you know, what I'm talking about. And we decided to lock out those good skills that would actually propagate and aggravate a company's fortune. So now, you realize that companies cannot even survive for 2 months in calamities like this. So I think I'm happy about the Corona thing because it's going to really change the way we have viewed human resource. And, going forward, I think we'll now start embracing merit and competence in our recruitment.
Okay, thank you very much, Joshua. Joshua says now there was so much nepotism and corruption going. So probably, Abraham, you care to comment on what he has just said?
You see, what he's saying is true. You see, Corona has not brought anything. It has only revealed.
Corona has revealed. I agree.
That's all it has done. It came with nothing. All it has done is accelerated and revealed the ills and the weaknesses in our structure at the family level, at the social levels, at the business level.
Just hold on, because I also saw you trying to confer with Frida. Frida, perhaps because you also agree that yes,
I'm in trouble. Let me see it properly.
That he may reveal. So what do you mean that it has now revealed?
It has revealed, because just like I was saying earlier, Mbuvi, when I was asking Abraham as the economist, statistics have shown us that businesses are not making it to their 5th birthday long before Corona came here.
So there's enough even before diseases.
Even before diseases. There's enough writing on the wall to show that the way we are running business is not conducive, especially SMEs. All right? Because SMEs are great people who start buying and selling something to put food on their table. They're not really, because a business should be solving people's problems, should be able to be scaled, should be able to create other jobs, so that even these people who are being retrenched, as SMEs, we should be able to absorb them. So this crying, oh, retrenchment, oh, SMEs, we need to stop this nonsense. Those are the things COVID is revealing. Because you see, when it comes to retrenchment, we cannot expect corporate to continue as it is. Corporate is a business. The people inside corporate are solving problems so that corporate can make money and pay them. The problems corporate is solving has changed. So the people will have to change. But it doesn't mean that these people being retrenched are bad people or corporate is a bad person. These people have passions. These people have proficiencies. These people have skills and talents and experience they're getting from corporate. We are waiting for them. SME hub. You see, so I think it's a lot about the mindset, how we are seeing things and how how we are responding to this crisis, we need to shift from that. It has been 90 days of crying. 90 days, the government has really done well in trying to do the best that they can do. There have been deaths. We thank God, not as much as other countries, you know. So can we start looking at the silver lining? For us at Passion Profit, we're saying it's recovery time.
Actually, Abraham, do we have a silver lining, yes or no?
Yes. Need to go continue.
Like what I do, in my farm, we get funded for projects. There's so much interest for investors who want to come.
Okay, just hold on. I think your mic needs to be fixed. But Frida, as you continue, as you were saying rather about the silver lining, there's someone who's thinking, first of all, they're too much into debt, there's no silver lining. You know, if right now they're thinking, if right now I just get $1 million bob from my favorite bank.
That's not the way to go. And you see, from where I sit, Mbuvi, these are people I speak with every day. At SAE, before I got here, I was speaking to one. So it's not that I'm saying things that are written in a book or things that were taught in school. I'm talking about real Kenyans who call and say, I have XYZ $1 million debt, billion Kenya shillings debt, okay? And the bank has told me that I have 3 months moratorium. The 3 months is ending in July.
What now?
Moratorium. Is that what it's called? That one, means that usilipe paka after 3 months. So sasa nasema, here 3 months inaisha July. Frida, what will I do? The good news is we have what we call credit repair experts. And the credit repair expert is going to look at your cash flow, is going to look at the debt, is going to look at the bank, and is going to look at what do we need to do to generate some money to start paying this thing off. Because you see, if you have $1 million shilling debt, all right, you cannot start crying about it now. It is late now. You understand?
Yes.
So we need to get out of the panic mode and just settle down and see what can be done, because there's always something that can be done.
Yes.
The problem is we always try to do everything ourselves. All right. You are in debt, you are stuck. There are credit repair people. There are people, there are counselors. If you are devastated, you are depressed. The key thing is find the help you need. And right now, there's so much compassion. Angalia ma webinars, chungu mzima. So don't go to all of them. Look for the one that will meet your need quickly. You don't need to attend all the webinars. For heaven's sake, stop it. Although we are moving away from webinars also. And you know, because you're saying motivation is good, but right now we need tools, we need work frames, we need to know what do we need, what is the damage, nika nyumba imechomeka, nini mebaki. What do we need to start rebuilding?
Hapo kwa kuchomeka. You might find that your business burnt down, like the guys who had their businesses in Gikomba the other day just burnt down. Probably that is someone who was in debt. And if I'm a copper, not from, you know, all this mobile lending apps.
You have relatives, you have friends. There's always a place to start. Anzisha. Sisei mchango. Sikusema mchango when you umesema. Okay. And then you see, like business owners, we encourage business owners to have a way of saving amongst themselves. We also encourage business owners to, the way we teach on what you call it, on how to manage your money, it's a cash flow system, but it's also a saving system. For every money that comes in, I've talked about it here before, save it in 5 accounts. Have the main account, mali pesa inaingia, na si mpesa yako. Have that profit, have the percentage for profit, percentage for owner's pay, percentage for tax, percentage for operational expenses. So every money that is coming will be entering these to small accounts, so that when COVID happens, you can look and see, hapa kwa profit kuna pesa, hapa kwa operation kuna pesa. But we don't do that. And then when crisis hit us, the whole thing burns down. Now, if you have not been doing that, you can start now. So the key thing is, let's look at what have we been doing that did not support us during the crisis. What can we start doing? What mechanisms can we put around us? All right? Beyond the webinars. Webinars, in fact, if there was a way, the government should stop the webinars, but let me stop.
Some of us are making money from that. Okay, let's first of all check out on
we are having webinars.
That's my baba.
You're also making money from webinars?
No, that's my baba on the screen.
Oh, there's somebody.
Okay, let's have that message on the screen. This listener or rather viewer is saying, hello, I'm Boniface in Buruburu. I am a barber by profession, and due to this COVID-19, business has gone down. We are taking all the necessary measures like fumigation, sanitization, wearing of masks, and washing our hands properly, social distancing, and all that. Thank you very much, K24. All right. Thank you very much, Boniface in Buru. Motoga, you think this is your...
That's my baba.
That's your baba?
Yes.
And for real?
Yeah, for real.
Hala. When did you go to cut your hair last? You go again.
Yeah.
You can only go so many times.
You can do your beard.
See the way you present this guy. Yeah, but
his number is crying, boy.
He basically is following the guidelines and things are looking good for him.
Yes.
But we talked, Frida has just spoken about the disaster. What if today, and God forbid, our brother Boniface's, barber shop just burns down? In this COVID-19, hata kupata credit ni shida.
You see, and there lies in the... You see, whenever you are on recovery phase, I've had a talk about credit, the word credit. Whenever you're on recovery phase, you need capital. Capital only has two sources, either your own equity or debt.
Okay.
By the time you're in a crisis, your own money is finished. So that's no longer an option. So the money must come from an institution. Now, SMEs, with due respect to our banks, banks only give them lip service. When, it's like taking an umbrella when the rain starts beating you. You see, when you need it the most. Because what they need credit, they need it now.
Yes,
and that's why the idea of the guarantee scheme is a very good idea. Because what the government is trying to do, the credit guarantee scheme, what it does, it de-risks a project to a level where institutions can come in. Yes. Because as they are, before anybody comes in, like the government with their credit scheme, the perception of risk is that it's too high to take. So what that does, that it brings it down so people can come in. Because take it or leave it, more than 80% of this country is driven by MSMEs. And the unfortunate part is that half of them, and half of them, we can't even count them because we don't even know where they are.
That's right.
You see, and that's now the tragedy of it. Also, sometimes the economy is moving, but nobody can tell why.
Yes.
Because if you can't count them, you can't do anything to them.
Kuna tu pesa.
This is my soul time.
And also, when it stops working, you also can't fix it.
Okay.
Because you don't know what to fix.
What are you fixing?
So we need to establish a good way of tracking down these people for various reasons.
Yeah.
And you see, like, if you look at the current act that they're trying to take through the stages of approval, they're creating an office of the registrar of MSMEs.
Yeah.
Yes. And now that office, what they're saying is that the MSMEs are supposed to register. Now there lies the problem. Who tells you that I want to register? Why should I register? I've done my business 20 years without anybody helping me.
Without registration.
So without so it's the other way around. So it's the registrar that has to go look for them.
Okay.
And not only look for them, tell them why they need to register. There has to be an incentive.
But they just want to get our tax.
No. If you're incentivized, you look for the registrar.
Okay. Yeah.
If you are disincentivized, you'll hide from the registrar and defeat this whole thing.
Ngoja tu kidogo. Yes. Kuna messages hapa zinaingia kwa WhatsApp. Wacha tuone kama kuna baba shop ingine ina sanitize. All right. SMEs are the only final firms to sustain and revive the economy for now. Let them absorb the new jobless Kenyans and the economy will thrive back to normalcy at its own base. Okay.
But you see, now, okay,
he actually, is...
You see, that statement is what it's saying we absorb. What are we absorbing? And do you have capacity to absorb?
Do you have capacity?
You see, previously, in the previous segment, what did I tell you? I told you, companies are firing and hiring at the same time because the skill set is changing.
Yes.
So these guys we are saying we want to hire. Who are we hiring?
What these guys are absorbing?
What is the skill that we are absorbing? Yeah. And remember, most institutions are private and profit-driven. They have no social obligation whatsoever to deal with the employment problem in Kenya. That's not the problem. To them, unemployment is only to the extent of labor as a resource and a factor of production.
Yeah.
Not as a way of sorting out our social problems. So we should not put that burden on these institutions. No. That's only a purview of government only.
Yes.
Government is the only one who takes care of us from the social angle.
Okay.
These are the institutions are here to make money in whichever way. So if they only need 2 people, they'll use 2 people and not 3, even if they can afford 3.
Yeah.
And let's not imagine that they'll take 3.
They won't.
Frida, about the incentives that he was talking about as far as the SMEs are concerned.
Yes.
What incentive will you give me to come and register my small studio where I'm doing voiceovers?
Yeah.
And yet I know the moment unajua movie akona studio unataka taxes zake. And I'm here struggling, COVID-19, I don't even have clients anymore.
How do I help this fellow?
That's
okay, it was my question. Can I answer the question?
Please do.
All right? All right, you guys have been talking here, so allow me to just... Can I answer?
Please do.
One, I think first the government needs to make me the Minister of MSMEs, Cabinet Secretary. Okay? Let me just go on
there.
On record.
No, let me be. Thrive during COVID-19. Okay.
Silver lining. Yes. You see, in the U.S., there's something called Small Business Authority, right? Yes. And in Small Business Authority, they have a center where, number one, there's information. So you can get data on what kind of businesses exist. This one you want to start, how many are there already, that kind of thing. So one way of incentivizing these people is having a hub and making sure the hub has resources to help them start and grow. You see, here we register a business, we do business cards, we start networking. Now, if the government wants us to register, and we have, like, see how we have Huduma Center. In the Huduma Centers, we can have an SME resource center that will have data. It's very expensive to do research. All right, but if we have this data at the center to show the X number of speakers, the X number of boda people, which area doesn't have boda people, insurance, insurance. So even we'll start registering businesses based on needs that are available, and not because niliona mbuvi juzi akianza kuuza kitungu and pasua, and now he has a he has a G7. I'm going into that.
Madam Waziri, ngoja kidogo. CS for SMEs. We have Matthew from Garissa. Matthew, good morning.
Good morning, Shira. How are you doing?
I'm fine, sir. What is your question or comment?
I have two things to talk.
Please do.
There's that madam who's talking there.
Yes.
I think she's having something on the neck or something in the throat.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe sometimes maybe she's not aware of, so maybe she can be able to contact me. I can help her. I'm a medic, so I can help her out.
Yeah. So. I need his number. So Matthew, you said you have two things there.
You since retrenchment every time, everywhere, all over the country. So you see, even people living in I personally, as a medic, I'm living in fear.
Okay,
like,
why?
What will be the next thing which will be done to me? Because if I can be able to see from the other corporates, people are being sent away, like you're given 1 month, you go away. Where are you going to start from?
Yes.
And you've done nothing. There's nothing you've done. And even people love you. Some people, even somebody like you that we expect to be seeing you there. Yes. Then maybe in the following day, we may not be able to see you there. People are even moving now. The business, they are going down.
Yeah.
Because of the people that we trust. Then they are moving out. I cannot be able to. If you have in the Baba, you have somebody that you trust, you love most to give the services, and the next day you find the other person also there. You will not even go there. Though, so the business people should also be able to accommodate this COVID. They should not be sending people away. This COVID will be over. They will need these people. These are most experienced people. They need to be retained.
Thank you very much, Matthew. All right. Some nice points there.
I agree. I'd like to speak with him, actually.
Yeah. Okay. So, Madam Waziri, ulikuwa nasema kitu. CS for SMEs.
That's right. MSMEs.
MSMEs. So, in terms of, actually, as you also talk about what he's talking about there, in terms of people will still need each other. They should
always need each other. Yes.
Yeah. So, as you were finishing your point.
What was the question again?
No, you were saying...
I was saying how to incentivize the people to register. Wherever this register will be, should be a hub where we can come and get resources. Resources being number one, data. Because now we know we are living in the world of data. We need data to make informed decisions, as opposed to starting a business because I've seen so and so has started. This information will inform based on my skills and the needs. This is the most appropriate one because this is the problems that people are solving now. Number one. Number two, we need to have a way of staggering the taxes. Okay, now they have said that you need to make 5 million before you start the VAT thing. You know, this fear you have, Mbuvi, you need to stop it. This fear you have of taxes, you are bigger than taxes.
Just hold on. Yeah, Chemutai. Chemutai, when we are back. Chemutai, hello.
Chemutai.
Habari yako?
Salama.
All right, what is your question or comment? Hello?
Kimutai.
Oh, Kimutai, pole Kimutai. What is your question or comment, Kimutai? Hello, Kimutai? Hi. Okay, Kimutai, please call us back. I will stop the fear.
Yeah, you see, the thing about it is no matter how the government operates, paying taxes is one way of us helping the economy. And when we're paying, like for instance, VAT, SMEs complain about VAT all the time. But VAT, I'm not the one paying as the business owner, it's the person buying from me. So if it's 10 shillings, I've added 16%, you Mangeza, you're 16%, so I keep my 10 shillings and I give the government its 16%. So it's helping the government to ensure that we have an enabling environment to do our business. So this is a conversation we need to have. And KRA is really trying, because now they talk about taxes. They come, you can go to Times Tower, you can go to their website. They're really trying to educate people, because it's a partnership, whether you like it or not. That is your first partner. So I think the bigger thing is make sure you are solving a problem that people need and they'll be willing and able to pay you. Then price it correctly. Then mambo ya KRA. If you intend to be wealthy, you must pay KRA. If you intend to have those funders Abraham is talking about, kwanza watakuuliza where your audited accounts. Have you been paying tax? If you're not paying your own country, who is going to give you any money? Nobody. So I tell people, first you need to know how to grow your money. You need to give serikali yake, and then these wonderful investors coming are going to pay attention to you.
All right. We do have a message here from someone via WhatsApp as Tukifunga Kipindi. I am Moses, I do study, and I really admire that CEO. Has a great mind and a vision for Kenyan entrepreneurs. I guess you're talking about CEO Passion Profit.
Hey, yeah, I stopped being CEO of Passion Profit.
So you are?
I'm just the founder. We have a CEO of Passion Profit.
You're the CEO. Okay, nice, Bona CEO. As we finish up, Bona CEO, what would you tell people who are trying to revamp that business of theirs?
I think this is what I would say. What COVID has done, it has put all of us at the starting line.
I like that.
And what is happening is that the guy with the gun to set it off has it in hand.
Yes.
So we are all there.
Okay.
So it's a question of what shoes are you putting on? What clothes are you putting on for this race? The gun will go off.
Yes. So it's up to you.
It's up to you for you to be ready, because when it goes off, it starts again. So it's a real, and it may never happen again in your lifetime. Okay. So prepare. Stop mourning, stop groaning.
Yeah.
Just get ready, put on your right shoes, because the gun will go off, and then after 3 years, your kids will ask you, I thought Mbuvi was your friend. How come he's doing so well?
Yeah.
And we were both on the line at the same time.
Okay.
But when it went off, I only had one shoe on.
Okay.
So I couldn't take off. So what am I saying? I'm saying that in all this, it's an opportunity to start again and start properly.
Okay. Yeah. Muthoga, how can they reach you so that they can get inspired like Moses? Yeah.
No, for me, my lines are open. If they can put them on the screen, I have no problem. If I'm allowed to say it on screen.
Yes, say it, please. Yeah,
they can get me on my number. My number is 0722 526863. I repeat, 0722 526863. Email abraham@miradicapital.co.ke.
All right. Yeah. Frida, as we close, how do they reach you?
How do they reach me? Okay.
Passion Profit.
Passion Profit on Facebook. On our website is being revamped. But we have a great program coming up on the 14th by KEPSA and Passion Profit, Recovery Roundtable, where we are going to be having lessons and insights from COVID to support business owners to build more vibrant businesses, a business that is more versatile and more resilient to overcome the next crisis. So they should join us July the 14th. It's absolutely free. You can find me on Facebook, Passion Profit, Frida Owinga. You can go to Founders Profit Academy. That is where I'm CEO now. Passion Profit nilihama. Kuna CEO mwingine huko. But just look for me on Facebook or LinkedIn, and then you can get more information about the Recovery Roundtable.
All right, there you have it. Folks, if you want to revamp your biashara, then you need to have that network and talk to people who will help you on that. Otherwise, from here, we say kwaheri. Thank you very much for joining us. Personally, I'll see you again tomorrow at exactly 9 in the a.m. for the one and only interactive show. But from Jeff Mori, tunasema kwaheri. However, Shiko Ka Itani is coming up next with the Daily Brief.